Hi everyone, my name is Austin Zollner, and this is my reflection for assignment number 7. Well, the reflection on our project for assignment number 6. So the first question that I am answering is how you met the objectives for the project. And the project kind of ties in everything as a whole that we've learned from this whole course. But the big thing that I had to keep in mind was sort of backwards design, right? So as you can see, the first thing that you want to do is think about, okay, what's the desired result? What's the whole point um, for what I'm doing? Am I hitting any standards, or is this just for fun? Then kind of stemming down from that, you need to um, analyze the evidence and kind of think about, okay, what am I going to be accepting for work? What are they turning in that will help them reach this desired result? Um, and then through that, you need to kind of think, okay, how am I going to teach them these necessary steps? So that was kind of what I was thinking this whole way along this process in the project. Overall, a little background on it. This mathtrician thing came from a PBL training that our district provided. It was only a couple days after, after school had ended, so I was certainly not in the mood to be fully engaged and like create this huge project. But that idea um, overall just kind of stuck with me. Like, oh, I could really turn this into something really cool with the kids, and I really was kind of given that opportunity during this class to actually make a product that will be usable in my classroom. Um, I guess the one big thing overall is to create something like these projects, it takes time and you need to be super, super intentional. Like, what is the purpose of doing every little step along the way? How I use the standards and how I met them, pretty basic. From a previous class, I had used the ISTE standards, and I was kind of familiar with a couple just based on the title, and I kind of continued to keep going back to them. And during this project, I realized that I'm sure with how many things I was having the kids do, they probably met a lot of various standards a little bit, but I was just looking for the most direct match, and then I picked the top ones based off of that. How the TPAC intersections were met. So for the technology and content, they were using online tools. For the technology and pedagogy, they were using valid reasoning for each creation step. Um, Sometimes it was quicker and it helped students realize things more in depth. For the content and pedagogy, the standards are kind of embedded in that whole process as a whole. So as each step we went along in the project, as I thought through it, they were for sure using technology and hitting the content, um, and kind of supporting that pedagogy piece as well. So my big idea takeaway, my bit is always have backwards design in mind whenever you're really doing any sort of creation of curriculum or projects or something like that. You really want to think, okay, what am I going to have these kids show off at the end to show that they've learned this? Because I can teach them some random unit or lesson about unit rates, but so what? If it supports the standards, great. But if I can make a project that will support that, even better. So as I wrote here, think of what you want the final project to actually look like. So how are the kids actually going to get there from your great final product idea you have in your head? You have to kind of work your way back. All right, what am I going to have them show? How am I going to teach them to show it? And then kind of just branching off from there. So taking it one step at a time from your big idea that you have in mind, working your way down. So just a quick final thanks in these last few seconds. This is only my second class here at Fort Hays, but all the classmates were awesome and provided quick feedback. And overall, it was a fun class. And I never thought I would say that about a master's level class, but that's the case. And I'm now 10 seconds over, so that's a bummer, but oh well. Thank you.